Byron, do you know what charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent is?
Can't say I do. It's eluded me.
Somehow I think that's not true.
We'll tell you after. Byron.
Present me is like jealous that future me is going to go have this conversation. I'm like,
It's going to be your own little version of the Green Planet when we introduce you after.
Sup, Park Peeps? I'm Demi from Magical Hijinks.
And I'm entertainment journalist Joey Nolfi, strapping in for the Park Peeps podcast, the ultimate theme park show where unhinged passion, travel expertise, and coaster nerd chaos collide. And this week we're hosting the B-list Oscars for Best Supporting Characters in Theme Park Attractions with FYA Pod's Byron Marin.
So buckle up and pull up on that yellow strap as we dispatch for Season 2 of
the Park Peeps podcast. Hello and welcome back to the Park Peeps podcast, and quite frankly, to the biggest awards event of the year, the B-list Theme Park Oscars, where we are welcoming FYA Pod's Byron Marin to help us celebrate the finest in theme park attractions' best unsung supporting characters. I am Joey Nolfi, and my co-host Demi and I have just arrived to the red carpet, where I can confirm that at least 17 paparazzi have passed out due to my overwhelming youth and allure of beauty.
Joey.
Yes?
There's a bag on your head.
Yeah, Mama, that's my wig. Demi, photographers, wait a minute. The photographers are telling us to pose. Hit your mark.
Oh,
Yo.
The results are in.
Oh.
One paparazzi is offering to show us the photos on his screen. Let's look.
Yes.
Wait. It says, what? Cosmic Command?
Huh?
Galactic Hero?
What?
Why are we holding green blasters?
I don't know.
In a tiny car in space?
Wait a minute.
It's an on-ride photo. Joey, we're hallucinating on theme park vibes again.
We are, yes, we can now reveal we are actually on Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger spin, aren't we?
I think so.
Oh, I need to stop hitting that Joffrey's shaking Jamaican so hard.
You do. You really do. Well, while we clear our heads, please jolt us into consciousness by following us at Park Peeps Pod on all socials.
Woo!
And subscribing wherever you get your podcast. Please leave us a comment and the maximum star rating. It helps us bring you new episodes every single week.
And back to reality, we must say today's episode is going to be such an exciting one. We do have FYA Pod co-host and all-around great guy Byron Marin with us today to break down the best supporting characters in theme park rides that don't often get their due. And before that, in lieu of a 2-minute tea time, which we'll return to soon, I want to expand upon our intro here because Magic Kingdom's new Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger spin opens April 8th after a lengthy refurbishment, and I want to get our thoughts on this and the enhancements that we have seen so far, because stuff is trickling out. People are doing previews, and according to Disney, on the official website, what we can expect is, quote, Star Command's top minds have added a series of enhancements, including handheld blasters for more freedom of movement, additional interactive targets, scores that go light years beyond what you can imagine, and Buddy, our newest crew member. I love a little guy. And it makes me so excited because this attraction it's a staple. Let's be real. I can just pop onto Buzz anytime and always have fun with it. But I do think, especially in that last room with those screens, I mean, they needed some zhuzhin and some work.
It was rough.
But
that was rough.
I will say I did not. I guess I didn't realize the potential that the ride had to be so amazing until I went to Hong Kong Disneyland.
Disneyland. I knew you were going to say that.
And did the Ant-Man Nano Battle ride because that, and I do not give a crap about a Marvel. I don't know a Marvel.
I know you don't.
I don't see her. I don't know her. But
I do like an Ant-Man.
I love.
You like a Paul Rudd.
And maybe so. I do. But I loved that. And how intuitive the aiming felt, and the gun that you could actually pick up and move around, and the targeting, and it felt so much more intuitive and easier. And I really hope that that's the system that they're bringing here.
I said when I did my video there and I did the ride, I was like, wow, this is like probably like my favorite shooter game attraction. I still like Men in Black more.
Yeah, me too.
Sorry, Disney. I love you. I love the Men in Black, right? I just love Men in Black too. But I was like, oh my gosh, I really hope that the new attraction is like this. It was also really user friendly. Like I felt like on the original Buzz, I was terrible. And like I had no idea what I was doing. I couldn't see anything that was going on. I was just like, I don't get how people are getting Galactic Hero when I feel I don't know what's going on here. And so I have seen some video of it, and I've seen, it looks 1,000 times better. First of all, obviously being able to hold the blaster in your hand will make a huge difference. But what I did notice is I can very much easier? That's not a word.
Easier is definitely not a word, but it is now.
It easier see the little laser dot on like where you're trying to shoot, so you can aim better.
Yes.
Because I feel like I could never see it before. It was
also hit or miss with whichever gun you got. It was so hit or miss.
Yeah. Same thing when I went to Shanghai the next day from Hong Kong. Obviously in Shanghai it was Buzz Lightyear, so I think it's going to be very similar to that. I think obviously even better because it's even newer. Everything newer is going to be a little shinier, whatever. But
my chest shimmer.
Yes, like your chest shimmer. Joey put on chest shimmer for today's
it's
episode.
the Oscars.
For the Oscars.
I got a blazer and chest shimmer on.
I'm wearing it, and just so everyone has an idea, I am wearing a gown and pajama pants underneath it.
And our guest is also wearing a dapper suit jacket, so stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned for that. But I'm really excited about it because, it's something that it's a ride that you never really need to get rid of. You just have to update it and keep it new every couple decades.
And it's a capacity machine because it's Omnimover style, and it is everybody can ride it. I don't know if there's a height. I don't think there's a height limit on it, is there?
Let me see.
You can bring a baby. I think you can bring a baby on it. I'm pretty sure you can.
It is a no height requirement attraction.
Right. So a little baby can ride it. And if a little baby can do it, that means it's a capacity machine. And Magic Kingdom really needs that right now. And super excited about it. And I think it'll be even better. I don't think there's a possible way that they could screw this up. I think it's going to be, not that we would expect them to, but I mean, I just think there's a lot of potential here to make this a great classic ride even better.
You know what I find odd, though? The one thing. It's like
an odd fellow.
It's so weird because they literally are doing Toy Story 5. He always comes back to do it, Tim Allen, but yet on the ride it's not Tim Allen.
Oh, I guess
it's
I never
it's clearly not Tim Allen.
I'm not sitting here poring over Tim Allen's filmography, so I don't really know his voice.
How can you? But it's Buzz Lightyear's voice and the Santa Claus. Like I don't know. To me, it's just such an iconic voice. It's Buzz Lightyear, right? But in the original, I mean, maybe it's changed. I don't know. But in the original pre-show of that ride, where you see the animatronic Buzz, that was clearly not Tim Allen. So I don't know, but I don't think it. I don't think it still is. But it'd be cool if it would be.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, it's like how in Toy Story Land, when you see Woody, the giant statue, and he's talking to you, that's not Tom Hanks. I think that's his brother.
Well, this has gone to some interesting places.
Well, from spacesuits to tuxedos, it's time to get gussied up as we roll out the red carpet for the B-list Oscars with FYA Pod's Byron Marin, recognizing the best unsung supporting characters and animatronics in theme park attractions. Coming right up. Welcome back to the Park Peeps podcast. We are so excited to finally report live from the B-list Oscars ceremony that we've totally made up ourselves. But the reality of the matter is that we have a truly iconic guest here to roll out the red carpet for.
And yes, unlike our intro earlier, I can confirm he is real. I have spent a full park day with him at Disneyland, and you can even catch me on one of his prior FYA podcast episodes with Ryan Bergara, where we investigated the world-class status of Rock and Roller Coaster, which was unfortunately reversed. We will get to that in a second, but please welcome one of the sweetest guys on the parks circuit, Byron Marin. Byron, welcome to the B-list Oscars.
You're too good at these intros, by the way. I am. I don't feel qualified to be here, but let's see what happens.
But Byron, you are. Listen, if I deem it, you are qualified, and
that's enough for me.
Great. Listen, podcast over. We're good. This was just to validate Byron's ego. That's all we're doing here today.
And credit where credit's due. It's all Joey. He's the writer.
I mean, I try.
I'm just the laugher.
No, Demi is the laugher and the voiceover artist who, I mean, there's been stenographer Demi, soothsayer Demi, there's been so many different Demis on this pod,
many.
but there is
I'd
only
say
one.
you got it dialed in, so.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. That is high praise because you do come from the world of FYA pod, which quickly, as I could not stop telling you at Epic last year, when I first met you, I was just gushing over the fact that you were in my little tour group, and I just was so nervous. And Quincy was also with us, and I was like, Quincy, oh my God, I'm so scared. I was like, I love their podcast so much.
Are you serious? I definitely couldn't tell.
Yeah. Oh, I was like,
I'm kidding. I could totally tell, but it was a good time.
Oh, Joey, you're such a little fanboy. I love
Clock
it.
me. I am. I get so it's like I got nervous to meet Byron and Ryan, and then I got nervous to meet Megan, the magical millennial. But then when I met them both, I was just like, oh, they're really, really cool. And when you
But
came
now
out,
that you're in like the park sphere, like it's a little easier, right?
it is a little bit easier.
Okay.
And you two, Byron and Ryan, they are so easy to talk to, and you're just so chill. And that's what I love about the vibe of FYA Pod, is that it just feels like two dudes who just really like stuff and are just talking about it in knowledgeable but also really accessible ways. And it's just so funny, and you guys have such a good dynamic, and I was really thankful to be a part of it last year.
I appreciate it, Joey.
Yes.
I mean, ultimately, we're just kind of doing the same stuff that we've been doing for the high majority of our lives. So it's just the only difference is now we get to put these silly microphones in our face and kind of, I don't know, most of the stuff we're talking about, we kind of just learned organically anyways. And it's just kind of fun that we've been able to find a community in this process. So
yeah.
I always find it funny when people are like, oh my God, I was like nervous to meet you and stuff. I'm just some dude alone at a theme park, man. Like
that's what I always say. Literally, that's what I always say. We're just dumb humans with cameras and microphones.
I think it's an element of wanting to, at first, you're meeting your equal in a sense, because you know that we're both on the same level of what Ryan calls them sickos about this stuff. And it's just like, you just kind of, but there's that inclination of, oh my God, wait, is this a cool sicko or a judgmental sicko? I don't want him to think I'm an idiot. And then as soon as we both started talking about Cedar Point and like your knowledge of roller coasters, I was like, nah, Byron knows it. Byron's
Hey,
cool.
you know what?
Byron's
You gotta be careful with those coaster enthusiasts. You talk about like, you could have like a chill one or someone who gets a little bit too defensive.
Joey's pointing to me.
Joey does it. I see that. But Joey, you do it in a playful way, though.
Yes, you do. And he educates. Like I'm a park person, and I love coasters, but I don't have like all the terminology that he knows and like all the background information that he always has. And so it's fun to learn from Joey when he's not shaming you.
Yeah, I would never shame, but it is funny because on, I think it was week 3 or 4 of this podcast, and Demi finally the note was like, Joe, you have to explain to Disney people what an Immelman is. And I just they don't know what an Immelman is.
I had to just do that for Ryan a few episodes ago. I forget what episode it was, but and then I'm like, well, I really hope I'm getting this right. And I'm like, have you ever seen Top Gun Maverick?
But see, that's why you're good people, because you knew what an Immelman was, Byron. You were the educator in that moment. So, yes, doing all of us Thuzies proud.
Yeah,
but,
all the really important things you got to take into your day-to-day life.
Naturally, put it on a resume, Immelman. But today is quite a fancy affair, because I mean, we even made Byron put on a suit jacket, as I also have a blazer on, and Demi has a very nice festive gown on, because we are at the B-list Oscars. And Byron, we really did think that you would be perfect for this, because your theme park knowledge is borderline encyclopedic, and you stuck out to me as somebody who definitely could effectively pick out these great supporting characters, because on a recent FYA episode, I was so amused by your fascination and praise for Shariki Otundu in Disney Sea's Tower of Terror. I believe you had initially listed it as a greater technological marvel than, I think it was you guys were talking about something in the Beauty and the Beast attraction. And I was like, Byron knows this.
No, I didn't say it was a better technological marvel. I just said it was one of my favorite wow moments.
That's true.
In a Disney queue or pre-show.
Yeah, well, I sensationalized it.
Sometimes not the craziest. Yeah, sometimes not the craziest technical stuff. Like, evokes a wow moment from a crowd. Like, for example, Pepper's Ghost was around since like the 1800s or something like that.
Yeah.
So many of those people would be like, well, this has been around that's not technologically advanced, but when you see it in the ballroom, like it doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter if you wrote it in the 70s or, first time writing it today. It's, I don't know. I think just more, there's creative ways to kind of create wow moments. So with Shiriki Utundo, I don't know. That blew my mind when he disappeared. That was also one of the first attractions that I went in where they did that kind of disappearing effect. I know they do it in a bigger scale now, but I think the stage setting also there's something to be said about good stage setting before you get like a wow moment. So I digress. I'm sorry.
So agree. No, this is why we wanted you for this, because the way you talk about this.
Exactly. I'm just always so distracted by what's his name? The explorer that they made look like Joe Rody.
Oh, Harrison Hightower.
Yes, Harrison. I'm just always just like, oh my gosh, Joe Rody.
It's Joe Rody. Yeah.
Yep. And now Tony Baxter's got one. He's with Barnabas.
Yes.
Over at Thunder Mountain.
Mm-hmm. Great stuff.
Well deserved. Well, let's get started with the B-list Oscars. Each of us are going to put forth 2 nominees for Best Supporting Animatronic or Character in a Feature-Length Theme Park Show or Attraction. And these characters who enhance the story, beef up the world building, or are just generally great supporting characters in the attractions who don't get enough love or recognition for their contributions to the overall theme park experience. Now, this can be any park, Disney, Universal, Dollywood, Jeter's at Kennywood. Well, I mean, I'm just kidding, but I mean, this is our podcast. So
you had to throw Kennywood in there for Joey, didn't you?
Got to put Kennywood for Joey.
I like to gag Demi with the script sometimes, and I threw that in there because we had a Jeter's moment last year. So sometimes
you did beat him in rock paper scissors, and you made him cry.
I literally
just remember
made Jeter's
that.
Cry. Yes. So,
but
sorry,
it's
Jeter's.
Yeah, sorry, Jeter's. But let's get started. Byron, who is your first nominee?
Okay. Of my 2 nominees, I have one that's like low-hanging fruit, and then I got another one that is just going to be like, why is this in here? So I'm just going to start with the low-hanging fruit, get it out of the way. It needs to be there. We're just talking about Tokyo Disney Sea. Got to go with my guy Shandu over at Sinbad Storybook Voyage.
Yes!
And yes, I understand that Shandu sells a bunch of merch, but Shandu is not on the marquee. I do consider Shandu a supporting character that got so popular that he earned all this fame and recognition. But I think everyone in life needs a Shandu. He's an adorable little tiger. He's got a matching turban with Sinbad, and just every scene you see him, and Shandu is just, he's there for the adventure. He's there to help, no questions asked. And he's just, every time you see him in any scene, you know that you're in a safe situation. Things are going to work out because they've got each other's backs. And I mean, he's always looking adorable. We love Shandu, whether he's bouncing on a drum, climbing into a treasure chest, in a big boat with bananas, or when you find him at the end of the attraction, when they finally make it back from their long adventure around the globe, he's finally going to sleep.
Yeah.
That's so cute because and I'm glad that you said that when you see, I've unfortunately never been to this park, but I have consumed over the years, as you can imagine, much lots of content about it. And I also loved the FYA episode about this attraction with our dear friend, John, who was just on last week.
He was just spitting gremlins with y'all, huh?
Yes, he was. Yeah. He certainly was.
He introduced me to Monster Mansion. I don't know if you've heard about that. Talk about like a weird attraction.
Literally all we talked about.
And we're going to make a plan to do it with him this year.
I rode it multiple times with him on my visit to Six Flags over Georgia a few years back. And I honestly considered, unfortunately, I don't know those characters enough by name, but I was thinking, man, if I want to like get out of like the Disney Universal bubble to do a supporting character, I bet John's got a good one. I don't remember all the characters by name well enough to. Yeah. I got to go back. But it is it's a hoot. By far my favorite Six Flags dark ride. I don't know what that's really saying, but hey.
I mean, we've got that new one opening up at Kings Island that's based on the no, I'm sorry, it's a show that's based on the old
the
dark
Sally
ride.
Dark Rides one.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So that seems like it's going to be pretty cool. I mean, now I guess Cedar Point doesn't
there's
really
the
have
3D one at Great Adventure with the DC Comics. It's like 3D dark ride.
The one at Great America, I think, was all right. I did that one, but I think they're kind of clones. But Six Flags doesn't really keep up with those.
And then there's like the Boo Mansion ones.
The one at Canada's Wonderland is really good.
And there's King's Dominion as well.
Yeah.
But we need to do Monster Mansion immediately.
I agree. Yeah, we will.
I actually just rode Sinbad for the first time because when I went to Tokyo in 2024, it was under refurbishment when they were putting new faces on all of the animatronics on the new latex, and it looks amazing, and it's super long, the attraction. Like, it's a really long attraction. There's like no wait for it in the park that has like always a long wait time for things. You know, it has like a nice little song, but you're right about what you're saying about like just like the safety you feel when you see him with all this nonsense going around, and you just like don't know where to look, and then you just look at him and he's so adorable and peaceful.
Demi, I don't know if you're familiar with the original iteration of this Sinbad attraction. I don't know if you've ever watched a video of that online.
No, because I'd like to go in to new attractions with no...
This is what I was going to say. I was going to bring this up. Yeah.
Ryan's very big about that. I pick and choose.
Right.
But with Sinbad, up until about like 2007, it was a much darker attraction. They did a big overhaul. So there was no Shandu for the first few years of this attraction's existence. And the score was very different. It was, I believe, Buddy Baker as opposed to Alan Menken's Compass of Your Heart. It had a very different tone. Like, Sinbad was kind of a punk. And instead of like battling these pirates and stuff, they were on his side, and they were like kind of stealing stuff and kind of causing problems. Yep. Yeah. So they kind of wanted to deviate from the dark tone, and a big part of that renovation was bringing Shandu into it. And he doesn't disappoint.
No,
he does not. That's crazy.
I'm glad that you brought that up, because that's what I was going to segue into. Was when you guys talked about that, I actually didn't realize that about the attraction, and it was much darker when it first opened. And I really got a big kick out of the fact that the sailors were being eaten before guests in front of there was
because they're in the talons of they call them the rocks. It's not spelled like a rock, like what you usually think. It's like a big bird, a big mythical bird. That I believe is also depicted in the original like novel or the whatever. How many thousand Arabian Nights? I'm not thinking clearly anymore.
No, yeah, it was much darker, and I want to ask you, Byron, though, do you have merch for this character? Do you have the little tiger merch?
I hate to inform you that I'm not really a merch person.
This tracks. I would say this tracks.
I'm not a big merch person, so it's pretty rare. Usually, if the merch will find me, if I get a swag bag or something like that, and I
merch will find you.
That. I still got I got the classic, kind of 70s style Walt Disney World shirt, but for the most part, I just usually just dress like some boring SoCal dude that goes to the beach but sucks at surfing.
So we really got you gussied up today, like for the B-list Oscars.
And you guys said you forced me to put the blazer on. You politely asked. And,
yes, I did.
I was ready for this occasion. This is actually the last time I wore this blazer was on the Disney cruise.
Oh,
nice.
I talked your ear off about that video when we were at Disneyland. I was like, Byron, you got up. That was a really great video. I really enjoyed that.
Appreciate
it. I was just going to ask if you did have merch, if people ever thought that it was Raja, because I know sometimes when I have Albert with me from Mystic Manor, everybody always thinks he's Abu, and I'm like, no, he's actually 10 times more iconic than Abu, but that's neither here nor there.
I never thought about that, but that would be a common misconception. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Me at what was it, 3:00 in the morning for you, FaceTiming you in Hong Kong,
being like,
getting you Albert merch.
You're like, what do you want? Which one? Pick one. I got a time to be here. Which one do you want? This Virginia Slim hanging at you now.
I had 7 hours in Hong Kong Disneyland. Yeah. What did you want from me?
You were like, my feet are killing me. My Virginia Slim's almost out. Which one do you want? And then you did get me a very nice gift, so thank you. But Byron,
to be fair though, I feel like you could get a lot done in 7 hours at Hong Kong.
I did. I didn't get to do their Frozen Ever After though, and I really regret that because I know their drop is like crazy.
The drop is insane. It took me by such surprise. You can hear in the POV that I did for it, that's on EW's YouTube right now. If you search EW's POV of Frozen Ever After, you can hear me get taken by surprise because it's my first time on. I actually go, ooh, and just because I thought I was going to fall out. But never mind. We're getting off topic. But Byron, what a great first nominee. Let's get some claps and applause for the first nominee.
Thank you.
Yes.
All claps go to Shandu, by the way.
Yes. And to Byron for a great entry into this kit to kick us off here. But I think we should just stick with our cadence here, Demi. I'm just gonna go next, and then we'll get to you.
Yeah, I mean, I assumed you were gonna do Albert. But is he
Albert's
technically the
main
lead?
I would say that Albert is the main character in that ride. He's the merch. Yes. He is the selling point of that ride. I mean, because the whole thing sets forth because he is the one who gets his little butt into some trouble and touches that thing he's not supposed to touch. And then the whole ride we're going through his story. So I don't count him.
Would you say that he's unleashing all the magical hijinks?
I'm done.
Is that too on the nose?
I would.
No, that's amazing. That's the best thing I've ever heard.
Your husband's fake account, Demi, that I thought was somebody stealing you?
My husband is like the bootleg version of me. He's Mystical Antics.
Yeah. And I flagged it to Demi once because it came across my suggested page, and I was like, "Demi, someone's stealing your site." Demi's like, "That's my husband."
I bet that was a fun dinner conversation.
I bet, yes.
It's like Citizen Kane. They're like farther apart in every shot.
The antics and the hijinks.
Go follow Mystical Antics on TikTok. You'll everyone just go and follow him. He'll be like, why did I get all these followers all of a sudden?
Bless that man. Bless that man. Speaking of blessings, my first nominee in this very esteemed category. I'm now approaching the podium, and I'm going to open the envelope and read my first nominee. It is going to be Magdol inside E.T. Adventure at Universal Studios Florida.
Nice.
Oh my God.
I love it.
I'm surprised that neither one of you would have. I thought for sure, but one or both of you would have thought that I would have put Magdol on here. Byron was about to say something.
I considered putting Magdol on this actually, but the thing is, there's other weird critters in that green planet or on that green planet that I just couldn't quite feel. I'm like, do I want to go with Teakley? I don't want to offend Teakley here, you know,
Teakley
or Orbidon, you know, all those funny critters.
Listen,
but tell me what sets Magdol apart for you?
Well, I'm going to tell you, Byron, because Magdol...
apart from entering my nightmares, on every second or third Saturday.
Well, I do that too, I think. I think I also enter your nightmares on every second or fourth Saturday.
Oh, unfortunately, that's every day.
Every day. And my chest shimmer that I put on for this are now going to be in your nightmares. Magdol... thank you. Yes, clearly that is my tea. But Magdol, her searing, colorful, quite frankly, charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talenty performance in the E.T. Adventure is something that just weaves a tapestry of sisterhood, I think, for me. Oh, it's just like a diva-sized blanket over that musty, foresty smell of the Steven Spielberg classic. When they, I always think to myself, when they say protect the dolls at Universal, we support our trans brothers and sisters and basters, but we also mean protect Magdol, because she literally has the word doll in her name. Not only is this character the only entity, she's likely the only entity, I think, in human or otherwise, in the ET universe who probably watches RuPaul's Drag Race, but she's the only one who could compete and win on that show too. Magdol isn't just eye candy. She plays a vital role in the supporting cast of the attraction. After E.T. rejoins his fellow extraterrestrials, riders are treated to a journey to the Green Planet, and E.T. introduces us to Magdol and Teakley by name. After he does this, the riders do pass by, and she says, "You have saved our planet, come celebrate with us." And now, fun fact, Magdol is actually voiced by the same actress who voiced E.T. in the films, Pat Welsh, and she also voices Teakley in the attraction as well. Wow. So essentially, Magdol is the colorful bridge between the dreary world of Earth and the colorful celebratory world of the Green Planet. She has long, luscious locks of hair. I don't even know if it's hair. Maybe hair, but she has this fabulous pink outfit, zhuzh and spirit in her voice. She has a full mug of what I assume is alien makeup when her eyes are actually there. There was a period there where it looks like her eyes actually weren't even in the animatronic, but she is a vital supporting character here, not only for the see you next Tuesday that she serves in general, but she is a full original character from the team that surrounded Steven Spielberg and Universal Creative as they created original characters to further this ET universe in this attraction. So She literally is world building just by mere existence. She's not just helping it, she is the world building because she has new characters in the E.T. universe that we don't see in the films. And she also has kind of taken on a cult-like status. So her fandom has taken on an identity all its own. So I do think it's very rare to see that for a supporting character. And I love my little Magdol. So
but how would
I'm
she
choosing
do
her.
how would she do with the family resemblance challenge? With
Well,
E.T. E.T. and her.
it's E.T. and Magdol. Byron is like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
You know what? Elaborate, please.
Byron,
I'm hooked.
do you know what charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent is?
Can't say I do. It's eluded me.
Somehow I think that's not true.
It's okay. We'll tell you after. We'll
Tell you
Byron.
after what charisma,
All right.
uniqueness, nerve, and talent is.
I love offline combos.
Yeah,
Yes.
we'll offline with you about that one.
Like,
but
present me is like jealous that future me is gonna go have this conversation. I'm like, what? I'm so offended. I'm right
it's
here.
going to be your own little version of the Green Planet when we introduce you after to what
great.
charisma, uniqueness,
Yes.
nerve, and talent. But
Love
yeah,
that.
that's my nominee, my sweet little Magdol. So
I love it. I love that Magdol's getting representation here. I do appreciate what you brought about. Like, she does provide assurance to the ride.
Yeah.
How else would you know that the Green Planet was saved unless Magdol was there telling you this? Most people that ride the attraction probably aren't processing that because they're just like, don't kill me. But for the most part, you know, Magdol holds a special place in most theme park sickos' hearts. So
she really did. I have to say, as a child, though, that ride terrified me. I mean, when I first went on it, I was 3 years old, and the queue terrified me. The old alien in the queue terrified me.
Ooh, Botanicus.
Yes, Magdol terrified me. I mean, everything terrified me about that ride as a kid, and I think. At one point, or because I haven't been on that ride actually in a very long time, does E.T. still sit in the basket and turn around and look at you?
He's in the. I know he's in the basket, and then he disappears once we're into the planet. I don't know if I've ever
Hang tight.
noticed if he turned
'cause
around.
I remember distinctly as a child, maybe it's just my 3-year-old brain, which was only 13 years ago. It scared the crap out of me I believe E.T. fully turned around and stared at us, and it really, really scared me as a child. So
this is so embarrassing, but I went on this ride like a couple weeks ago, and I don't remember E.T. being functional, but maybe
you were too busy looking at Magdol.
I might have been. I gotta I'm trying to review the tape here, but
it's probably the ride I've ridden most at studios too, because of usually the wait times and also because I love it, and I don't look at E.T. long enough to see if he's looking back. I also feel like I never get the front row either, and you really can't see him if you're not in the front row.
You know what? This is a call to just replace him with Magdol in that little basket. She would look so see you next Tuesday with that shawl over her head. She really would. And yeah. But okay, Demi,
All right.
let's move on to your first nominee in this esteemed category.
Okay. My first nominee, she does not have an official name, I don't believe. But she is a very important character because she replaced a very important thing that got replaced. I'll put it like that way. My first nominee is Lady on Turntable with the broom ready to hit the pirate on Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, great. Great pick.
This is actually
a very concise name as well.
Yes, very short.
This was the inspiration for my idea for this episode because I always love her. And the reason why it's also significant was because in 1997, Disney changed the original turntable characters to this woman who is chasing the pirate trying to steal her stuff. Now we have is a strong woman ready to fight for her own property back from the pirates, but originally it was a pirate chasing after a lady, and it just didn't fly for even in 1997. They were like, nope, it's time to change that because SA is not funny.
Nope.
Even with pirates.
Nope. It is not
historically
funny.
accurate, maybe, but around children,
Correct.
maybe not.
Maybe not so
Correct.
funny.
And that was the biggest, actually, I feel like the biggest like thing that people would get annoyed about when anything was changed on Pirates. There was like, well, it's historically accurate. I'm like, this is a family and children's ride.
Yeah.
Like, can we calm down?
Why stop there? I want to see blood spatter.
Hell yes. Hell
Absolutely.
yes.
I mean,
but it's also, people aren't exactly, I think, looking to Pirates of the Caribbean as a historical text for educational purposes. So I don't know that we need to have that in there for a theme park attraction.
Right. And I think it's just she's a boss. I think she's a great representation of women who, someone tries to mess with her, she's gonna,
Thwap.
You're gonna mess around and find out. I had to think of not the other word. I think of the word mess.
Mm-hmm.
Mess around and find out. Be careful with that broom, baby.
Mm-hmm. What was that Jennifer Hudson song that was like, "Don't make me hit you with my pocketbook"? She's like, "Could you make me hit you with my crusty broom?" That's what I'm singing in my head. Nobody else knows that.
That's a real waiting to happen. You just got to get some replay clips of that and just have that loop.
Boom,
yeah.
Boom. Boom.
I love that.
Hit you with my crusty broom. Now I'm going to be saying that all the time now. Oh my God. Next time I'm on that ride, I'm sending y'all a video of me singing it at that exact moment. But I think that's, there was a lot of changes made, obviously, to Pirates of the Caribbean. Disney has been making a lot of interesting, and I don't mean it in a shady way, but really interesting and considered changes to attractions that have been pointed out as having problematic nature. Like I think of even something like the Peter Pan scene with the Native American dance, and Jungle Cruise at Disneyland was obviously changed a lot,
and Disney World,
and it's a slow but assured process that I think they are very much taking this seriously and looking at things that whether or not a lot of people, because you still get a lot of people that are trying to defend Splash Mountain, and I just am like, listen, I can hear where you're coming from, as in you don't want to say goodbye to an attraction that formed the basis of your childhood memories with Disney World. Sure, I get it, but I think that it is still important work to be done, and Disney is doing it. So I think that's always a good thing.
Yeah. Wow.
So she fits right into that. So lovely. Snaps for what was her full official title, Demi?
Lady with broom on turntable.
Yes, Lady with broom on turntable.
There's an acronym there, right?
Lady with broom on turntable. Yes. No, but love your work, lady with broom on turntable. Love your work. All right. We've got 3 really solid nominees in this category. So to flesh it out to 6, Byron, who is your second nominee?
Look, this is going to go downhill because no one's going to know this one. And this is why I need to bring light to it.
Try me.
Have you all been, because y'all are East Coast types, so maybe the Jurassic World, the ride, is not something you're that familiar with. I love
Jurassic World, the ride.
I love that ride.
Okay, have you all watched the pre-show loop?
No.
No.
Actually, no.
No, I have
we all just jonesing to get the express pass on your or the single rider line.
I'm not in California very often, so I'm getting right on the ride.
Okay, good. Now I get to enlighten you about this character that pretty much no one knows about. They have like a loop, like a pre-show loop in this queue, and it comes in the form of the Jurassic World network. And it's basically this like lead anchor who tosses it out to like interviews with Owen Grady, Claire, Dr. Wong, basically characters from the film. And it's kind of like a way to not only keep people entertained in the queue, but inform them about the lovely dinosaurs they have that are definitely not going to attack you and like that kind of stuff. And in the middle of like this loop, actually maybe toward the end, because it's like when you start finally making it over to the loading zone, there is this guy by the name of Trevor Hayes. I know this because he says, "I am Trevor Hayes. I am the director of security at Jurassic World." And this guy,
thing ever.
This guy, oh my gosh, like PR and HR for Jurassic World, they don't have to worry about the dinosaurs. They just got to worry about this guy because he's like sporting this like button, like khaki shirt. He's very suave looking. He's in this like Texas type of stance. Like his like fingers are kind of over like around the belt buckle. His elbows are kicked out a little bit. And in this shot, they introduce him in this wide shot that turns into this elongated oneer where the camera like works like a dolly / jib and pushes down and right up close to his face, showing off his beautiful beard. He's got the tan skin, a little bit of that Latin American flair.
Oh.
With just like a little hint of cowboy.
Yes.
Ooh.
And this guy is trouble. Like, all he says is basically, I'm the head of just security. You guys are in good hands, yada, yada. Like, you know, you guys are about to get on this ride. He doesn't even bring up this, like, the safety protocol. Like, that happens like later in this loop. And then he just disappears and nothing happens. And then, like, finally, I think you hear a voice, which I'm hoping I could give him the benefit of the doubt. It's like when you finally enter Predator Cove on this ride and like blood is spattered on the walls, it's going awry. And I could only imagine that it's him that comes in on the comms and he's just like, oh, we got to get these boats into the safe area. And then like some other voice comes in and is like, oh, too late on this boat. It's already passed over into Predator Cove. And it's like, wait, where were you, Mr. Hayes, like 10 minutes ago? Oh, I know, probably in some janitor closet because you're going full staff on at least half the staff over at Jurassic World. I know what you're doing, dude. He is like the epitome of fake it till you make it. And for that, I say he deserves to be a nominee for this attraction.
Yes, we are applauding. We are literally on
Trevor
our feet
Hayes.
applauding. We are
You've
applauding.
never gotten me. No one's ever gotten me so hyped for a pre-show before in my life.
Byron.
He's just he's all, I know he's all show, but you know what? If it wasn't for him and his incompetence / distractions with whoever else is working in that security department, because after all, you know what? Everyone wants to feel safe.
Yeah.
So all I'm saying is this guy's got some swagger. You know what? Hats off to Mr. Hayes. He is a part of why all this goes awry and why you get to have so much fun with our Indominus Rex and go down the big drop. And for that, you got to tip your cap, I think.
Yeah, and clip your belt buckle for Mr. Trevor, because
you got to see that stance of his. I think he holds it for the entire take. It's a oneer. He gets the Steven Spielberg oneer.
Oh,
Byron,
nice.
You're making this sound extremely tempting,
like
and
quite the hero shot. Like as a heterosexual male, I'm looking at this guy like, oh, pretty good.
No, the next time I go to this park, which will probably be in a few months, I'm hitting you up and we are going to go and we're going to watch this pre-show, and I cannot wait until the team member is going to be like, why are these freaks waiting in this line and watching this pre-show video or the queue video for this attraction that has been open for like 7 years now?
Yeah,
it's like 20 seconds long and it's like put in the middle of like a 20+ minute loop.
This is so crazy. I wonder if we can find, so his name is Trevor
Hayes, Director of Security at Jurassic World. It's very important.
Director of Security at Jurassic World. I'm trying to look up any sort of actor information.
Oh, have fun. I failed.
Byron is on it with this one. Byron is on it.
You know what? If anyone out there is listening to this and like worked with the production team on these pre-show videos, I would love to know the actor that played Trevor Hayes, and I'll give you to a proper introduction.
Byron, we're going to make this a mission. We're going to find this out for you, and we're going to do some Park Peeps. We're going to reopen the Park Peeps investigation wing, which we actually opened at our headquarters, last season, Demi, the investigation unit. So we're going to refund that. We're going to allocate funds, and we are going to do that for you and find out who the hell this is, because I am now curious about Trevor Hayes. He apparently evokes a range of feelings in a lot of different people, and I just want to see the belt buckle, honestly.
Same. Oh my gosh.
It's not even impressive. I'm just trying to reference where he's trying to like hold it. He just has like his hands down, like kind of like wrapped around the belt, like kind of more the belt line, not like on the belt itself. I just don't,
See, the way you described it, though, you described it with such like vigor and intensity that I'm like, this must be like a steel-plated, engraved kind of belt buckle situation. But see, it's
an interesting shot.
Yeah,
it is. It's an interesting choice for we rented this jib, we rented this dolly. we can't just let this go to waste. Here we go. Like this, I don't know who the actor is. He doesn't look even like a Trevor Hayes. He looks more like a Javier, like a sexy Javier.
Sexy Javier. That's actually what his name is. It's actually listed in the credits I just found on IMDb as Sexy
Javier.
T-shirt.
Sexy Javier.
Yeah.
Sexy Javier.
But I swear this shot is like designed to like make this guy look amazing, which I'm like, you didn't have to do that. He's a decent looking guy objectively. I must say, I feel like he does great at Jurassic World.
We're gonna make this happen. We're gonna find this man, and God willing, he's still alive and has not passed at some point in the past 7 years, because we're gonna find this man. So yeah, that's our new mission, Park Peeps mission. So thank you, Byron, for what a wonderful nominee.
Wonderful.
And if the character name is not Trevor Hayes, then I'm sorry, but I think it is.
We're gonna look it up, Ed. We're gonna get to the bottom of this, because I am very curious now, and I will be watching that pre-show video the next time I am there. So
go to I think Laughing Place has like a 20-minute video of if you just type in pre-show.
I just found it.
Yeah,
it's probably about 4 minutes. At the 4-minute mark, you take a look at that guy.
Byron knows the timestamp. He's like, it's in the
look. This is something I'm very passionate about. Like I gotta put out a PSA. There he is. Show the
Joey.
There it is. See, look at him.
That's Trevor. That's Trevor Hayes. I am so he really is.
Look at this push in. It's all gonna be a wonder. Look at him go. Look at him go. Look at this. And then you gotta start to see the shine on his face. That beautiful tan. Just really working with that shirt. Look at this. Look at this guy.
Ricardo, I think he's giving me Ricardo.
I buy that. Yeah.
He's Demi. I have to say, I thought you had it on pause, and I thought that you were just moving the phone closer, but it's push just in.
It's a choice, right?
Yeah, that is
they
drama.
had that dolly in.
That is true drama. That is true elegance, and this is the power of supporting, because in no other way would we be looking at a lead character and saying these same things, because you're supposed to pay attention to the lead character, but this guy is so quirky and so minimal, but made such a big impact on Byron that it's just like, this is what we're talking about. This is the kind of stuff that we need sickos to, like you, Byron, to notice and to call out to other sickos like us. And now everybody is going to be looking at this guy. So this is a wonderful nominee. Snaps again for this nominee. Yes. Okay, so we've now entered him into the nominees pen, I guess we'll call it. But my second and final nominee is going to be Skippy at the now defunct extraterrestrial alien encounter at Magic Kingdom. So
not Skippy.
Yes.
Pre or post Cook?
Well, he does exist in, I guess, 2 different forms, doesn't he? Or multiple now, that his particles are splattered across the room, in a sense. But, we know that I love my little guys. Albert from Mystic Manor, who we spoke about moments prior, Figment, the aforementioned Shariki Atundu, but those are all starring roles in major attractions. This next little guy, not only was he just a supporting part in a much larger attraction, but he died for the art. I mean, he really did.
Oh my God.
And Skippy was an adorable, innocent, yellow, fuzzy, cute, little scrumptious guy that guests encountered in the pre-show for Alien Encounter when it opened at Magic Kingdom. I think at 1994 soft opening, and then official opening a year later. And then he was in the attraction until it closed forever in October of 2003. We know the story, but brief recap. Guests were welcomed to the Tomorrowland Interplanetary Convention Center, where a company called XS Tech and its chairman, and also face of the brand, apparently Tyra Banks as the alien, which that always cracks me up when I talk about that. But it is literally Tyra Banks in the alien outfit. But
yes, but voiced. Wait.
Voiced by
someone else, right?
It's not her voice, and you can't even tell it's Tyra.
I didn't remember that in that documentary.
It's oh my God.
Now, I'm curious. Do you think Tyra Banks knew that her voice was going to get dubbed?
Probably, because she was probably just there for model.
Yeah, maybe she would. Yeah, because I think that this was probably before she was. No, she had acted up until this point. I think she was on Fresh Prince. She was in Love and Basketball.
Was after but that was later in the 90s. Because if you think about it, that was probably filmed like 1993, and I think her Fresh Prince, because she was in the later seasons. I think that was around like 96.
Yeah, and she wasn't a supermodel until I think like mid 90s. So maybe she didn't. Maybe she was just hired to do the see you next Tuesday facing.
What a time. Early Eisner era, they would just throw money at anything, I guess. Can you imagine them doing this in 2001? Like, we'll throw a bunch of money down for Tyra Banks. You won't know it's her, but
nope, we're gonna cover her up with a green mask.
I'm so wrong. Apparently, I didn't realize this, but Fresh Prince started in 1990.
Oh,
so definitely, because if it ended by 90, well, not it may be, because I think she was in the later.
It might have crossed over. Yeah, it might have crossed over. But anyway, Elsie Clench is the chairman of this evil excess tech. Well, we don't know it's evil yet, but there's kind of hints here and there in the pre-show that this is a company we maybe shouldn't trust. But Elsie Clench ushered in the pre-show where we are about to meet Sir, an excess tech robot made by the company to help demonstrate a wild new technology that would eventually, in the main show area, lead to a dangerous alien crossing paths with a signal and accidentally being transported into a room filled with guests whom it would later partially kill. But before that, we got a menacing look at what was to come via Skippy, this adorable, fluffy little alien that Sir would put into a teleportation tube, and essentially Skippy would not make it. Essentially, Skippy
makes it kind of.
Does he? Because I think
he's a little burnt to a crisp. Or what do they say? It's like Sir says he's got like a special glow.
Well, yes, but they do it again, and he is just particles.
Oh, that's right. Like they after he gets burnt to a crisp, they sort of just they just get rid of him. Where they're pretty much he's just like flying off in space in like a million different particles.
Particles, right. So his particles are just kind of hovering there, and I don't have faith that Sir is ever going to put Skippy back together again. So I will declare Skippy as sadly deceased. But I think what makes this attraction work so well and why Skippy is such a good supporting character is the sense of foreboding that Skippy's presence gave guests. I mean, he was, I think, in many ways a stand-in for guests. This is a Disney park. Nothing bad can happen to the cute, funny, fuzzy, sweet little adorable furry yellow guy, right? No, this is not your typical Disney attraction. And his death sets the horrific tone, I think, for the rest of the attraction, and really is what gets under the skin of not only children watching this cute little thing die, but the adults who are kind of in that moment like, what am I taking my kids on right now? And it's a very disturbing. I remember even being I think the first time I rode this, I was maybe 11, and I remember being like, what the hell did I just watch at a Disney park? This cute, because you see something cute and fluffy at a Disney park. There's it's almost like what you were talking about with the tiger and Sinbad, Byron, is you're lulled into this sense of feeling comfort in knowing that there is a cute, approachable thing at a Disney park. And then when he is unalived, it just, everything turns on its head, and that sets a really cool tone for the rest of the attraction. So I think that he plays a very vital supporting role in not only the actual story, but the spirit of the attraction itself. So that's why he's my pick.
I think it's very important to have these. Well, I don't know how important it is, but like those are the scenes that affected me as a kid. Like, like that film, the Spielberg film Hook. Mm-hmm. That first character gets put in the boo box. Traumatized me as a kid. He's putting they're putting the scorpions in there, but that establishes the danger. So next time the boo box is introduced, or in this case of extraterrestrial alien encounter, this is going to be us. Then the danger is established thanks to Skippy, a sacrifice that had to be made.
Yes.
Or when he's first introduced, the whole when he's like kind of complaining in there, it's like, no, you cannot get out. You're a special volunteer.
He's just making so many little noise. Yeah.
Honestly, like I never got to experience this in person. Thank goodness my mom did not take me on that when she took me when I was 4 to Disney. But I have a really hard time with like animals or anything that's animal adjacent and adorable getting hurt. Like I I know this sounds horrible, but I'd rather see a person.
You must love Guardians Volume 3.
That movie
I've never
destroyed
seen
me.
that film.
That movie I almost walked out. That movie fully destroyed me. And so I'm really glad that I never got to experience that, because honestly, I think it would have left a really bad taste in my mouth for the attraction in general. Now, like, having not done it and knowing just like how iconic it is, like, I have a love for it, obviously, but I don't know if I like could sit through watching this adorable little creature get, perish, as Joey says.
He's not. It's not a brutal killing, and I think, as Byron was saying before, it's almost. It is. They do kind of say, "Oh well, he's just suspended." I think they use the word suspended. He's suspended in the air around us, or something like that,
permanently or indefinitely, or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
So I mean, they leave it open as to he still exists in some way, but I mean, Skippy.
But it's an elongated. I mean, he doesn't look comfortable, Skippy, when he's cooked. Like the eyes look bloodshot. It's pretty grotesque.
Or a little Skippy.
Anything I've seen for videos of him, he looks petrified. It's really like sad. And then like you're there and you're complicit watching it.
But I will also be complicit in purchasing Skippy plushies that are available on Etsy. There's one for $100, and I can be complicit in purchasing that, because then he'll always have a home with me. So, but he'll also always have a home in this category. So, yay to Skippy! Yay, Skippy!
Snaps for Skippy!
Snaps for Skippy! All right, Demi, what is the final nominee in this category before we vote on a winner?
My final nominee for this category has to go to my very own cousin Ygor on Monsters Unchained.
Okay. I think that counts.
That really counts.
That's a good pool.
100%, because Victoria, Frankenstein's monster, and Dracula are the main characters. They're up for best lead. Yeah. Ygor is your pre-show. Ygor starts your attraction. Ygor finishes your attraction. He is a side character for sure, but
not a monster.
A monster. Yeah.
And not a monster. And what's so great about him is that he sets the tone for the entire the entire ride. That pre-show is so good. Like, he's so creepy, and then he calls you delightful freaks. And I just eat it up. I eat it up. I found a t-shirt of it I want to buy. And he's just like, he is like the reason why, basically he's the reason why you're in the castle in the first place. He is setting the narrative of like, come take this tour with Dr. Victoria. We're going to put you in this chair and here's what's going to happen. But it's fine. You're going to go through, and then, everything happens. And then he's like, sorry, give us a good review. Or whatever he says at the end.
That's right. Yeah.
I think it's just like so brilliant. And then what's so great is that then he's a real life person in the park to be able, a real side character in real life. Like, how amazing that is. That is the immersion that like nothing compares to within anything with Epic Universe. I think it's really so good.
It's not every day that you get to see a free roaming character before you get on the ride, only to get that same character in the pre-show and through the ride itself. So that's a great pool.
He is an amazing creation, and he just is so much fun. You know that I do not like character experiences unless it is Figment, or if it's Mickey, the line is short, or if I see Mickey, I'll do something with Mickey. But other than that, I'm really not a big character person. I don't like character dining. I just don't like any of that. However, anytime I see Ygor, if I hear a shriek from down, if I'm in Celestial Park and I hear a shriek, I am running my little butt into Dark Universe to go find Ygor. And I love interacting with him. The actors that they have playing him right now are so good. They're all so good.
We are canonically cousins at this point.
Yeah, tell the story about how you're cousins, Demi, because this is important lore that I feel like we just glossed over.
Oh, this is for real. Like, I truly believe that this is full on lore that is canonic at this point, because every time that I see Ygor, I say, "Hey, cousin," and then we talk about all of our family history and stuff. And he just found out that also he did a genealogy test that Hunchback is also related to us.
Oh.
Huh.
Yeah, which is like interesting.
Exactly what you want to hear.
Yeah, not really, but we did find out that we all do have IBS. That is a genealogical trait that we all have as a family. Literally, I love him so much. This past time that I saw him, like I didn't even like record it. I literally just went over and I spoke to him like for a while. We were just like chatting, like we were like. Act like we were really two normal human beings who were related and bumped into each other. That's how amazing like the characters are and like in these parks. And Ygor is just such a standout, and I just love that people love him. And I think just also again as this is the B-list Oscars for these side characters, he is the most sidekick. Like he is in Frankenstein lore. He is the most sidekickiest sidekick ever probably created. There's so many versions of Ygor in the zeitgeist, right? So if we even like expand outside of just the attraction alone, but just the attraction alone and with the world building outside, I mean, he really just sets the tone. He brings you in and ties it up in a little button at the very end of the attraction.
I agree. Lovely pick. I think that he is just such an icon in such a short amount of time, and I really think that is a great choice, and I'm kicking myself also for not thinking of him. So I had some really great interactions with Ygor. I actually somebody gave him Mardi Gras beads right before I saw him last time, and so he was having a lot of fun with those, and then he held up a foot and told me I was into foot stuff, and
it's pretty on brand.
Licked the foot. So
for Ygor, not you. Sorry.
Byron, yes, Byron.
We also had a lengthy debate about. He was like, he's concerned about how many fingers he's getting. He's not getting enough fingers, and I said, well, you keep asking for pinkies, and it's like people need their pinky finger to be able to grab things. So you should really ask for ring fingers because they're really not doing much.
If he wants some more finger action, he should consult Trevor in that closet at the Jurassic World headquarters. Because apparently, according to Byron, there's a lot going on in there.
Jesus, Joey.
Does Byron not even remember the joke he just made 20 minutes ago?
Know. Yeah, no, I think I remember. Yeah, there was fun stuff going on in those janitorial closets.
Yes. All right. Well, I think that it is now time to vote and bestow the B-list Oscars. So we're going to go around and rename.
I will also add, by the way, I'm so sorry.
Yes, no, go ahead.
So you could throw this onto the Burning Blade rumor mill if you want to, but I have actually heard that there is additional Ygor audio that exists that is too, let's just say a little too edgy to be on the ride, but it still exists. So I don't know. I don't know if they'll ever do anything with it or...
So it exists, but it is not broadcast currently.
Correct. But I don't know. Maybe there's like a world where, like during Halloween season or late hours, I don't know. Apparently, the audio still exists. They can still do something with it if they want. Once again, maybe this is all rumor and my sources are BS. But from what I heard, is there is some dialogue from Ygor that exists that they found to be a little too edgy. That is not currently in the ride. I'll leave it at that.
I would love to hear it. As Monique once famously said, I would like to see it. So we're going to put that out into the universe as well. We're going to find out what this audio is, and we're also going to find the actor who plays Trevor. So let us now, Academy of Park Peeps.
First off, we need Trevor. We need to find this guy.
We need to find him. We absolutely, we will. We not just need Byron, we will. I promise you, we will find this man. But yes, now it is time. The time has come for the Park Peeps Academy and its distinguished governors. Please gather, and we will now recite our nominees quickly once again before we cast our final ballots to determine a winner. So my nominees were Magdol in the E.T. Adventure at Universal Studios Florida, and also Skippy from the defunct extraterrestrial alien encounter at Magic Kingdom at the Walt Disney World Resort. Byron, who were your nominees once again?
My nominees were Shandu at Tokyo Disney Sea's Sinbad's Storybook Voyage, and director of security at Jurassic World, Trevor Hayes.
Trevor Hayes, yes. And finally,
one of them was more of a legitimate nominee. The other one was more just something I needed to get out in the world. That was a selfish choice.
And we're
Byron,
so glad you did, Byron.
He might be
winning this.
He might be winning this. We're not sure. So, Demi, let's recap your nominees.
My nominees are Lady with Broom on Turntable and my cousin Ygor.
Love this. Okay. Byron, please cast your ballot of who you're choosing to win.
As in, like, I actually say it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, mail it to me.
I don't want any like Moonlight La La Land situation. Like,
no.
Oh my god.
We're doing this all out in the public.
I text it over to you. Autocorrect could have a mind of its own. You don't know what AI is doing these days.
That is true.
I gotta be honest. I think I gotta go with an attraction that is iconic, or at least has the potential to be iconic. Whereas, as much as I love my picks, I don't. Sinbad does not get the demand that I think the attraction that I'm going to go with, or the character that I'm going to go with, is capable of carrying. And with that being said, I think I got to go Ygor. I think Ygor really carries that attraction. You get a taste of Ygor, whether you're roaming the land, whether you're in the attraction.
Yeah.
He's there from the pre-show to the last character you really see. So, and once again, not really a marquee character, technically not a monster. Yes, a big character in this attraction, but I would still consider supporting. It's just like one of those show stealers, if you will. So my vote's for Ygor.
There's nothing that I can dispute with that. So yes, we're going to clap for Byron's vote. Now I am going to, Demi, you are going to be the potential tiebreaker with this, because unfortunately, I cannot vote for Ygor. In this, I have been swayed by you, Byron, and I unfortunately am voting for Trevor Hayes, director of security. I have known this man for approximately 10 to 15 minutes, but I already have formed a lifelong bond, and I have seen the stance with his hands on the belt / pants rim, and I'm hooked. So, Trevor Hayes, you get my vote from this esteemed Academy position. So, yes, we're voting for him. So, Demi.
Oh my gosh.
Who's it going to be?
I gave such great arguments of like,
really did.
Of like a replacement for a bad thing of a woman standing up for herself, and someone who's a side, the OG sidekick that starts and finishes your ride, and you can see him in the land, and you went with the man that you heard about 15 minutes ago. That's a 20 seconds.
I should go into, I think I got to go into used car sales or something.
You really
sold it, Byron. You
honestly,
really did.
Can I be very honest with you? For the memes, I would for the meme, I would vote for it, but I cannot do that for the meme. I can't do it. I want to do it for the meme, but like,
I agree. That's why I couldn't vote for him.
Can we give them like the actor award?
Okay, so we will now officially say the Academy of Park Peeps is hereby bestowing its honorary Academy Award to Trevor Hayes. He gets the honorary Oscar. Yes. Congratulations,
Lifetime
Trevor.
achievement.
Lifetime achievement. Yes,
lifetime achievement. He gets the lifetime achievement
and security
award.
Excellence.
You did very little.
You did very little, but you got a lot.
You looked the part, and we trusted you for a little bit.
Yeah. But I will have to cast my ballot for Cousin Ygor.
Oh, yay!
So
Ygor!
Congratulations, Cousin
Yay!
Ygor, for the first annual B-list Oscar goes to you. Well deserved.
Ygor, you win everything.
Not
you win
even a year in existence.
Not even
literally.
Literally not even a year, but he is now Best Picture, Best Supporting Actor, Best Supporting Actress, Best Screenplay. He is honestly Best Costume Design and Makeup too. We'll just give him everything. He wins a sweep.
He's been taken over the web. I think it's a very fair pick. Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
I fully, from a objective standpoint and also a subjective standpoint, Ygor makes the most sense here. So
and we're all delightful little freaks here. So you got to vote.
Really
for
are.
Delightful
you really are.
freaks.
Yes, foot stuff, as he accused me of. So I mean, this has just been such a fun little ceremony that we had.
Yeah.
And Byron, you were just so great. I mean, unfortunately, the ceremony has come to a close, though. But thank you, Byron.
Oh, thank God.
For that blazer.
I've had a blast. I've had a blast. Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you so much for being here.
This has been a great time.
I'm so glad.
Love following your guys' stuff, and it's cool to kind of finally get on here. A real honor. So thanks for having me.
Thank you, Byron. Thank you. And I look forward to going to Universal out there and experiencing Trevor for myself, because next time I'm out there, we're doing it. So,
yeah, I want to like raise a few eyebrows with those team members. Just like, us just standing there gazing like we're just waiting for the next loop.
Yep.
Where's our boy, Mr. Hayes?
Where is
I'm coming to this one too.
Demi is going to also accompany us. But everybody, please make sure, once again, as we have said many times, but at the top of the show, we remind you, please make sure you are subscribed to FYA Pod and following Byron and Ryan, because their FYA is such a great show, and I can't say it enough. Everybody that I meet in the theme park space, that is the first thing I tell them to do. I'm like, are you following FYA Pod? You need to be doing it, because it is just, I look forward to it every week. So make sure you're following them there, and also follow us at Park Peeps Pod, at Joey Nolfi, and at Magical Hijinks. You know that's HIJINX on YouTube and on social for all of the latest theme park news and commentary.
Wow, I didn't have to do anything there.
No, you didn't.
Wow,
have
I don't
to
have to plug.
You get a break today, bud. You get a break.
You plugged me better than I would have. Not in that way. No, don't. Okay, let's shut this shit off. I'm sorry. We'll shut. We gotta shut this off. We've gone too far.
Oh my God.
Oh, Byron. I love you, Byron.
Just one more for the road, boys. Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And make sure you're subscribed to us to hear on Park Peeps, leaving us a comment on this week's episode. Did we get this one right? Tell us. We want to know. Stay tuned for another all-new episode next week. Once again, thank you so much, Byron, and we will see you next time. Bye.